guys, Graham here, living the dream in July 2022. This is where it all started for Sandals back in 1981. I'm even wearing the 40th anniversary Sandals Select Returning Guest t-shirt. But more importantly, you're watching part 7 of our vacation diary. Good morning, it is Monday and our last few days here at the Sandals Montego Bay. I've had to do a couple of hours work this morning here in the room. The internet held up as usual. So one thing I will say about Sandals Montego Bay, the internet here in Jamaica is a lot better than in some of the other Caribbean islands. I've had a good internet connection. I've been able to do a couple of Teams calls and absolutely no complaints there. I'll come back to this room a little bit later. Probably going to sit down and have a chat with you tomorrow morning and go through the good, the bad and the ugly of this resort, because tomorrow, Tuesday, is going to be our last full day here in the resort, because Wednesday we're heading back to the UK and that's going to be a completely separate video. Okay, Fiona and I are trying a different spot for sunbathing. Now we're in this new room, 1280. So I'm going to take you with me on the very long journey, not really guys, to where Fiona and I have chosen our spot for the next couple of days by one of the swim pools. Maybe that's what it's called, I'm not 100% sure. So let's go and find Fiona on the resort this morning and let's start another day here in Jamaica. The first thing I want to say as I head down the stairs is I'm sorry, I should have cleared my lens because the GoPro had steamed up, leaving the air conditioning out into the hot humidity of the Jamaican sunshine. And finally, after nearly 10 hours of complaining to the Sandals customer services team, they cleaned the blood off the stairs from the fight that happened outside our room last night. Anyway, this fogging on the camera lens has just got beyond a joke. I'm going to jump straight to the next segment. But as I said earlier, Fiona and I had chosen to lie beside this gorgeous little crystal lagoon pool, and I must say it is probably one of the warmest swimming pools I've ever been in. It was absolutely fantastic, guys, and we should have found it a lot earlier than the penultimate day here at the Sandals Montego Bay. Right, we're on our way to lunch at the Mariners, or is it Dino's? No guys, it's probably both. But first of all, Fiona wanted to feed some wildcats that she saw outside our new room, which is 1280. These cats certainly weren't as sociable as the cats that we found on property at the Sandals Lazos Grenada or the Grand Antigua last year. And I know there will be some of you out there who don't like cats, but let me be absolutely clear. You're not going to come across any vermin at any of these Sandals resorts, and the reason for that is these cats. They're simply higher in the food chain. But anyway, Fiona, Donna, Michael and I love cats, so we do our best to feed them a little bit extra when we can. Right, Monday evening, we're on the move again. Did they say 7:08? So basically, we're moving from this room, which is I'm trying to think of the adjective here. It's well, tired is one word. It's a hangover from the 1980s, and when this resort was first opened, apart from, of course, the flat screen TV, because let's be absolutely clear, guys, a TV that size in the 1980s just didn't exist. But Fiona did repacking in about 10 minutes, so well done, Fiona. But the room's all done, and we're moving to the 3rd floor of the same block we were in for the first 11 nights. So as I said, I'm going to sit down tomorrow morning and talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of this resort. Early, but it's called flit number 2. We'll sit down and have a drink until the bellhop comes and takes our stuff. So that's it, guys. We are moving again for the last 2 nights of MOBAY, 70 nights in the making. Come with us on YouTube, and we will, we'll take you on another adventure. Until later. I think after last night's escapades with that wedding party, the fight outside a room, and then the blood that covered the stairs outside a room for more than 10 hours, Fiona and I were glad to be away from that particular block at the Sandals Montego Bay. And climbing the stairs in the room block that we spent the first 11 nights of MOBAY 70 Nights in the Making, it felt like we were coming home. I do want to make it clear that that room 1280 was a category of room that we actually had booked for the last 3 nights. We also don't hold Sandals responsible for the behaviour of those guests. However, room 1280 was extremely tired and in bad need of an overhaul, and given the amount of things that were wrong with it, it certainly doesn't come anywhere near the level that Sandals proclaims to be. And this, guys, is room 708, our home for the next 2 nights, and therefore the last 2 nights of MOBAY 70 Nights in the Making. And after all that, we're now in 708, which is just the dyslexic version of the room we had for the first 11 nights. Air conditioning, take you outside in a minute, down the corridor to the bathroom, exactly what we had before. There's towels, there's everything, perfect. But we'll test all the USBs and stuff. Fiona's already unpacking. How cool she looks. And then got a hot tub, something to hang our clothes. And this, guys, I'm going to go and do a time lapse now while the sun is setting. We're a bit higher, which is going to be hopefully make this time lapse really nice. We're on the 3rd floor of the same block that we're at, so our room would have just been below us last time for the first 11 nights. It's more modern, RFID access to the room. It's an awful lot better. We've only got 2 nights left, but it's going to make our last couple of days here in the resort a lot more pleasurable. Right, time lapse time. Right, guys, it is Tuesday and our last full day here at Sandals Montego Bay, and I thought this was going to be a great opportunity to sit down on one of the comfy benches here on the Latitude Pier and talk you through the good, the bad and the ugly regarding the Sandals Resort in northern Jamaica. Right, guys, you'll be glad to hear I'm not going to recover the good, the bad and the ugly from the Sandals Montego Bay. If you want to look at that segment, you need to go back to video number 202 and my comprehensive and complete resort and room tour. But back to Tuesday morning, I was heading back to the room to see if my gorgeous wife had managed to get out of bed. And here I am walking past that old tired room block, which we spent Sunday night in. Obviously, yesterday being Monday, we moved to room 708, a much better room, and Fiona and I had a really lovely sleep last night. After all that running and therefore that effort, I was delighted to see that Fiona was up and about. And with her being on her iPad, it probably meant she was on Facebook. course, Tuesday afternoon and the reggae band are back. This, of course, is the same reggae band that Fiona sang with last Tuesday right here at the Sandals, Montego Bay. However, this week their music was less mainstream, but they were still awesome and we listened to their entire set. Tuesday night was also Fiona's and my last night here at the Sandals, Montego Bay, so we'd booked in to Butch's for our last supper. And before I take you to the highlight of Fiona's and my last night at Sandals, Montego Bay, which is of course karaoke at the Cricketers, I'm going to share some photographs that I took throughout the day. Right, before I get into the karaoke night here at the Cricketers on site at Sandals, Montego Bay, I want to state that the pub is a very dark place. You will have seen that throughout my video series here on YouTube. But I'm afraid it was even darker tonight, so my little iPhone 12 really struggled. And in November this year, that is of course 2022, Fiona and I will have been married 21 years. And guys, I'm being completely open and honest with you here because I have never seen Fiona take part in karaoke before. So this was a new one for me and I was really proud of her. Guys, I've got absolutely no idea if this is going to break YouTube copyright rules or not, but I'm going to try to give you Fiona's second song, which she sang in honour of her awesome friends Michael and Donna, who made it back safely to Glasgow yesterday from the Sandals, Montego Bay after a fantastic 14 nights at this great resort.
Fiona, come on! Fiona!
And of course, Michael and Donna are simply the best, and we're so looking forward to sharing our Virgin New Yorkers trip, which should be coming here on YouTube in only a few weeks' time. So back to the cricketers and Tuesday night, which of course is our last night here at Sandals Montego Bay in July 2022. Fiona and I met some awesome new friends on that Tuesday night, and thanks to all of them for making Tuesday night and our last night so memorable. And a massive thank you to the awesome, fantastic entertainment team on site here at Sandals Montego Bay. You guys are incredible. And coming up in part 8 of our holiday diary, Fiona and I moved to room number 4 before my darling wife serves herself a generous ice cream. Sandals finally escort us off the premises. We arrive back in Europe, or is it really Africa? Because I've got no idea from the view outside the aeroplane window. We then go from check-in to bag drop and then security in a mere 4.5 hours before I break into the video and go full-scale nuclear on the failures of British Airways. And then, if our day isn't getting bad enough, the car park at Glasgow Airport sticks it to us. So all of this to come in MOBAY 70 Nights in the Making Part 8. So you know what to do if you want to continue to follow Fiona and I into the last episode in this series. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and press the bell icon to be notified when the video is published. Thank you so much for watching.